Thanks so much for watching Virginia this morning. Looking for love in all the wrong places, a popular Johnny Lee song. And I think we've all felt this way at least once before. In this segment, Bill talks with an expert matchmaker who shares her insights on how to find real love. Here's that conversation.
Have you been looking for love in all the wrong places? Are you looking for love in the new year? Well, our next guest is an expert and joins us by Zoom this morning to share her insights. We welcome Susan Trombetti, matchmaker and CEO of Exclusive Matchmaking, to Virginia this morning. Hi, Susan.
Hey, good morning.
So this is an exciting topic, right? This goes along with New Year's resolutions and all the things people do. So talk to us about how those people out there that are looking for love are going to find it this year.
Okay, I'm going to give you my number one tip for finding love. And some people aren't going to want to hear it, but get rid of the loser you're with. So a lot of people just go back and forth to the same person that makes them sad, makes them cry, and, just in general unhappy. And you've heard it said, the longer you're with the wrong one, the shorter time you have with the right one. So the way to do this is just to end it. This is insanity. Stop bouncing back. End that relationship for good. And that will increase your chances of finding love this year. And trust me, you will when you're not hung up on that person anymore.
So that's such a real, you're like my kindred spirit here, because I'm all about the go straight at the situation and just tell it like it is there. But sometimes, right, that's not as easy. It's one of those easier said than done things. So when you talk about mindset, you talk about this idea of clearing the head, as you like to call it. Tell us a little bit about that.
So a lot of people, and this kind of goes along with number one, they're hung up on someone, I always say, whether it's real or in their heads. So most singles, this is really the case. So you have to get to the bottom of that. And they don't realize it. They don't realize that maybe they're harboring, it might not be love when they're hung up. They might be harboring a lot of anger towards their ex. It might be somebody that's not for real, just this version that they want, that they project out there, that they think is the one for them. And that's really not the case. You don't need somebody that looks great on paper, that makes a certain amount of money. You need somebody that, like in times like this pandemic, that has your back and is going to be there for you. So once you clear this headspace, you will realize that the right person is all around you, and there might be several of them. So, that is really what you need to do. I bet you 90% of the singles out there aren't really available, even though they think they are.
So that's funny when you say that, because it makes me think about the checklists. It makes me think about, this tall, this type of job, this. So that should go out the window, you're saying?
Yes, I always say toss your checklist. You wouldn't believe sometimes we call it the laundry list of what it is you're looking for. No, that, height is not going to impact, how much you're going to love this person. A little bit of weight, lack of whatever, the right school, the right job, that means nothing. Being happy is everything. So lose that. Off the list.
So this last point, and I love that, again, that straight talk there. There's probably some people that will disagree with you because they love to hold on to their lists. But this last thing that I wanted to talk to you about really quickly was, you talk about exclusivity. So many times people look at relationships as, the game that you're playing, the game of love, right? And you have something interesting to talk about as it relates to exclusivity and the timeline. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's evolved into my 90-day rule, but that's not where it came from. So in the first 3 months, you're not really seeing the real person, right? 3 months is make it or break it. And that's usually because that's the time you're going to have your first real disagreement, argument, and see the real person. I always say, don't lock it down. Don't go exclusive. There are people that will perpetually be off the market for 10 or 15 years because they're in a short stint of relationships that never go anywhere. And they jump with their heart. Oh, this is the one, because they so want it to be, but it's not. And, so you put all your heart and soul into it, you jump off the cliff, and in 3 months, 4 months, it's over. then you get over it, and then you do it again, repeat, and it just doesn't work. So don't lock it down. It doesn't mean you can't, say, I'm seeing just you at this time, but I'm evaluating. And that is really huge. Do not go exclusive with someone because it might be the wrong person in the first 90 days.
Well, I love your head-on approach here. Get rid of the person you're with if it's not the person that, if they're not going to be the one. Get out of your own head, and hey, don't lock it down immediately. I think those are 3 great tips, Susan. It's been great talking with you today.
Nice chatting with you. And yeah, take care. Be safe in the storms out there.
Thank you. For more information on exclusive matchmaking, just visit our show website by early this afternoon at WTVR.com/VTM.